Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something we all think about, making a really great impression. But we're going to skip all those cheesy tricks and pickup lines you see online. Instead, we are digging deep into what actually works. A much more genuine and honestly, a much more effective approach. I mean, we've all been there, right? You meet someone new, maybe someone you're really interested in, and your brain just goes into overdrive. You're scrambling for that secret formula, that one perfect line or joke that's going to make them think you're amazing. It's totally normal. But here's the thing, and this is kind of the whole point. The real secret is that there isn't one. No, really. The most powerful way to make an impression has nothing to do with performing. It's about being authentic and focusing on building a real, genuine connection. So let's make that our foundation today. Genuine over slick. So where do we even start? Well, it all starts from within. It's like building a house. You can't put up the walls until you have a solid foundation. And in this case, that foundation is your character. Okay, first up, let's draw a really clear line in the sand between two things that get mixed up all the time: confidence and cockiness. See, real confidence is quiet. It's just being comfortable with who you are. It shows up in simple ways, like standing up straight, making eye contact. Cockiness, though, that's loud. It's this constant need to prove yourself, to brag, to dominate the conversation. Honestly, it usually comes from a place of insecurity. And it goes beyond just confidence. Think about these other pillars. Being a great listener, that shows you actually care about what other people have to say. Being kind and respectful to everyone, not just your target, that says everything about who you really are. And having passion for something, anything, makes you so much more interesting. Plus a good sense of humor, that just makes you fun to be around. All right, so once that internal foundation of character is solid, we can start building on top of it. Now we move from the inside to the outside. This is all about your presentation, how you physically show up in the world and demonstrate that great character. And this stuff is pretty straightforward, really. First, grooming. Look, you don't have to be a model, but showing you took the time to be clean, wear clothes that fit, and just present yourself well, that shows respect. Second, thoughtfulness. It's the little things, opening a door, remembering a small detail they mentioned. And third, and this one is huge, be on time. Seriously, being late is one of the fastest ways to signal that you don't value someone else's time. So your character is solid. Your presentation is on point. Now for the final, crucial piece of the puzzle, the conversation itself. This is where you actually build that connection, where everything we've talked about comes together. Let's start with what not to do. Check out this question. Do you like hiking? It's what we call a closed question. The answer is either yes or no. And that's it. Conversation over. The momentum just dies, and it puts all the pressure back on them to think of the next thing to say. Now let's flip that. Look at this one instead. This question doesn't ask for a one-word answer. It asks for a story. It invites them to share something personal, an experience, a memory. That is how you open the door to a real conversation, something you can actually build on. So you see, it's really a two-way street. The goal is to create a nice, balanced flow. You ask these great, open-ended questions to show that you're genuinely interested in them. And just as important, you share your own experiences to show that you're an interesting person too. It's a give and a take. Okay, let's tie all of this together. We've talked about character, we've talked about actions, and we've talked about conversation. So what are we actually trying to achieve here? What is the real impression? At the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. Making a great impression isn't about some trick. It's about genuinely showing that you are a stable, interesting, and respectful person. It's not about performing some fake version of yourself. It's about having the confidence to reveal the person you actually are. So I'm going to leave you with this last thought. A really powerful question to chew on. What if you just changed your whole goal? What if you walked into every new interaction and the goal wasn't to impress at all, but simply to connect? Just think about that for a second. Imagine how much pressure that takes off and how that one simple shift could totally transform the way you interact with people.